Do it.
I'm having chest pain.
Thanks for caring about people.
Yeah, thank you for caring about people. We got some UFO news. There has been a flurry of activity on Reddit UFO and Reddit Conspiracy regarding some brand new footage that was posted not but a few days ago of a UFO in Utah. Now, a lot of people have been trying to dissect this thing, but I will bring it up on screen because the footage that was posted is really, really well done. It was taken from a drone. I believe the quality is 4K and at 60 frames per second. A lot of people immediately started to say, "Oh, it's CGI. It's fake." But then they posted the metadata and they posted the raw footage. And so, what I'll play right now on screen, this is actually the raw footage. I'll actually go ahead and play the slowed down version of this, so you can take a look at this, Joe, and everyone at home can. And if you want to see the links, the links to the raw footage and everything are in the description of the podcast and this video. And I'll just play it. I'll make it a little bit expanded so everyone can see the quality of this. And so I will get to the loop video, the loop version. This is just the quality of the video right here. And the actual UFO appears right around the 2 minute 20-second mark. But as you can see, the quality is amazing. And this was taken in 2016. They were doing some like B-roll for a documentary, and they're using this drone footage to capture the scenery. Only upon review of the footage did they discover that they actually saw a UFO going right past the drone and the camera, and they held on to the footage because they were just kind of like, they didn't want to ridicule, they didn't want to jeopardize their business and their career. And so they held on to it, and they were only convinced by a friend, a journalist who happened to work for the Huffington Post, who released the footage. And so it's coming up right now, Joe. They're going to come over this ridge. Yeah, coming over the ridge, and it'll come from the mountains and almost the center of the screen and go off to the lower left. It's going to happen real quick, but you'll see it, and then I'll play like the slowed down version of this. This is the raw footage right here, right there. Did you see that? Here we go. It's right there. Play it.
In the mountains? It doesn't ever get above the mountains?
It comes from the mountains, but it's happened so quick. I mean, you probably would understand people not being able to see it like instantaneously. Or like, oh, this has got to be CGI. This has got to be something fake, because it happens so quick. It's clear, but it happens so quick. Like, it's like, okay, it's got to be real easy to fake. It is
easy to fake. I mean, that's my immediate thought is anybody who's capable of operating a drone, interested in getting this kind of footage, they can fake this easily than After Effects or any other program. This is one of the most fakeable clips I've ever seen.
On the surface, it certainly is. It's very fakeable, and I will go ahead and just copy and paste, open a new link here, and this is slowed down, and it's going to be looping and zoomed in, and you can see it going past the screen right here. So since it is at 60 frames per second, they're able to slow it down and retain some quality. And since it is at 4K, they're able to zoom in and also retain some fidelity to the image. So take a look at this.
That's a little more interesting.
So this is more interesting.
Yeah.
Now, beyond that, so people are like, okay, it's got to be fake. There's no way. And because, of any number of reasons.
That one's more interesting.
And I understand why people want to debunk this as hard as possible. I would do the exact same thing. You don't want to mislead people. You don't want to create any sort of hoax, because around that, you could do any number of things. We've all seen the documentary Mirage Man, where you can mislead communities by BS information. So the actual filmmakers decided to post the raw video with all the metadata. And so I'll bring that up on screen right here. Now, I don't know the specifics about faking metadata, but here it is. This is where it was shot. This is the format it was in, the actual file size of this clip, the duration. I mean, there's a lot of information here, the GPS coordinates, everything. This is the raw metadata from this. And so I perused a lot of the comments on our UFO, Reddit conspiracy, and people got friends that either are really good with special effects or motion graphics. Joe, you're pretty good. And one of the people that posted said, "Hey, I talked to one of my friends. They said if it is fake, it's really well done, because when you import or paste in objects that weren't originally in that environment, the light refraction is not going to match up. You can do some tricks and some massaging of that, but it might stick out." They said if it is a fake, it's very well done, because the light reflection, it matches the rest of the environment. It's very well done. But CG, so good nowadays, being what it is, it's not impossible to fake. But I'm going to believe these guys. I'm going on record and saying this is genuine. This is authentic, and this is the real deal here, people. This is absolute proof that there's some weird stuff going on, whether or not it's from another system or not. What we see on the screen is a UFO coming down from the mountains, doing a bit of a bank, and coming towards the camera. The calculation here is that mountain is about 3.5 miles away, and it spans that ground, or it traverses that ground in about a second and a half, meaning this thing's going anywhere from 12,000 to 16,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's like the turning, and you can see that the shape of it's almost like a Star Wars ship. There's like an angle that happens. So if it is legit and the footage is legit and unedited and raw, I mean, there's definitely something zipping around out there, man. This is I want to get in that thing. It looks like a sleek ass ship.
They estimated this thing might be slightly smaller than a car, which is telling. So it's fairly large. I mean, it's not just like a small drone, but that doesn't mean that it is occupied by anything living or anything flying around. Now, the person who posted is Brian Hanley. This is, I believe, the Huffington Post person, and he states in the description of this video, "I usually cover politics, but when Sam Chortek and Jimmy Chappie came to me with this exclusive UAP footage, I guess this unidentified aerial phenomenon, I had to break the story. This video has never been seen by the public until now." And then there's a link to the actual raw footage. And people are coming in from all over. There's people coming in, it's like, yeah, absolutely real. Then there's people who know it's fake. I'm of the opinion that this is real footage. This is an unknown aircraft. If it is something that we generated and produced, man, it is hauling. It's going 16,000 miles an hour. And we have some really awesome propulsion systems that aren't widely available to the rest of the public.
Well, it also makes me wonder if some planets, they rotate at a different speed. So a day might take, 20 days on one planet, but then it might also be 2 hours on another planet.
Yeah.
Does that make that civilization evolve faster?
Well,
and is speed so relative that those ships need to go that quickly?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I mean, there's been various Star Trek episodes, and even in the movie Inception, where there's extreme gravitational forces that a day, like one day on a planet, might mean 10 years.
No, it wasn't Inception. That was Interstellar.
Yeah, Interstellar. I'm sorry, not Inception. Interstellar. Another Christopher Nolan movie. But my point is, like, one day on one planet might be 10 years from someone else. And so they may be able to advance a little bit more quickly, but when it comes to being able to travel at different speeds or required to, I don't know. The phone lines are wide open, 614-388-9109. And I'd love to get your guys' opinion on this. If you guys seen this footage, I posted it in the Slack. I posted the originally posted video and then the actual raw video. And I'm just fascinated by this. Obviously, I'm all on board. And look, we can on the screen here, you can watch it at 1440p. You can watch it at 4K. I mean, this is the best looking or the highest quality footage of a UFO I've ever seen. This rivals the FLIR footage of the Navy fighters. Only because this is color in the FLIR footage, while very interesting because of who is actually operating the camera. This is the quality of this stuff is phenomenal. I would really like to see the press pick up on this. Is Tucker going to cover this?
No.
Yes.
If it is raw footage generated straight from an SLR or GoPro, whatever the hell they got it from, that's, I think, the key. Because this is fakeable. Very fakeable.
Ding. It is fakeable. All right, let's go to Rob in New York. You are on the air, my friend.
What's up, guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
Aliens coming to Earth.
Aye.
They are absolutely coming to Earth.
Aliens! Oh, they come to Earth!
What is on your mind? Have you seen this footage?
I just saw it. I just woke up and I turned you guys on, and first thing I see in the morning is a friggin' UFO flying in my eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this UFO. Did anybody see that UFO right there?
That's real. It's real. It happened.
In my opinion, this is legitimate UFO footage. Whether or not it's alien or not, who knows?
I mean, this is real.
So with this footage, Rob, I know just from our previous conversations, you're open to this kind of stuff. You're open to the possibility of UFOs visiting. Does this for you? Does this validate anything for you, or is this kind of like, just throw it in with the rest of UFO footage because this ain't going to change a goddamn thing for people?
No, I throw it in the file. If it goes viral, I think it could probably change some people's minds. I mean, it's backed up by, they said they have the metadata, right? Like they have.
Oh yeah, there is metadata here. I don't know if you can.
Something you can fake, right?
I don't know. I'm assuming. Look, if something's hackable, it can be faked. I guess the result, if you're into doing hoaxes, is the effort you put into a hoax and fabrication worth the result to pull one over on somebody? And what is their goal? The guy who originally posted this, he works for the Huffington Post. You can think of that magazine or that online publication, what you will. But I would hope that the person who posted this wants to maintain some sort of journalistic credibility, whether or not they generate bullshit for politics or whatever. This is something different. This is about the nature of reality and what's going on this planet. Like, Joe, I don't know if you're there, Joe, but how much time would it take to actually do this? You'd have to go out to an area. Maybe you're already out there filming something. Then you'd have to spend all your time to generate something like this. Wait 2 years. Maybe it took you 2 years to produce the CGI, and then contact a journalist to try to release this for what, 150,000 views on YouTube? They're not generating a lot of views on this, and certainly not a lot of ad revenue. So to what, generate $50?
Put into something like that.
And then to the filmmakers and the people who did this, to jeopardize any sort of credibility that they have, they're doing a documentary. It seems like the risk outweighs the reward when you do this kind of BS. Maybe I'm just not, because I'm not into doing hoaxes, and I'm into goofing around and bullshitting about stuff. Family-friendly show. Sorry. But for me, the risks of pulling off a hoax like this does not outweigh the reward, which is negligible. Go ahead and take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Rob, okay?
Hey, I smoke the UFO pipe daily.
Oh, really? Doing a little meth, are you?
I mean, this is real.
But yeah, this is interesting stuff, man. If it goes viral, I think it might change some people's minds. Like I said.
Have you ever tried to pay for a Supreme Deluxe or a big what is it called? A McLean Deluxe, whatever. Have you ever tried to pay for? They don't have Big Macs. Big Macs, yeah. Have you ever tried to pay for a Big Mac with a dead raccoon?
That is the important question.
That's the real question.
Have you tried to pay?
I couldn't remember who has what. It's a Whopper and a Big Mac. Those are the two.
I have not, but I know there are some crazy motherfuckers in San Francisco that
listen.
pay for Big Macs.
Times are tough. Times are tough in San Francisco. There's syringes on the street. People are crapping and pissing on the ground, and now there are dead raccoons in McDonald's. This is not good.
I feel like all the
Western society
past in my life were profit centers that I never really knew how to access.
Yeah, I mean, this is a new form of currency. It's basically a barter town out there in San Francisco.
Mike, have you had any UFO encounters since you moved to Arizona?
Oh, I've had one sighting. I actually posted the picture to the Slack. My fiance has witnessed maybe 2 or 3, and one was like she took a video of it. It's like a blinking light. We're like in a high traffic area when it comes to airplanes and stuff coming and going from the airport. And this wasn't a movie. It was just blinking. So that footage was really interesting. And then one that I saw that was in the middle of air traffic, and it wasn't moving. And it was also these are silvery kind of objects, and they're not moving. And I wish it would have came a little closer so I could get a better look at it. So I've had one real one, and she had 3.
You will become one with the ball.
Thank you for subscribing on screen there. And I'll tell you what, last night before I went to bed, I was in this kind of meditative zone where I could probably do a little remote viewing, and I had this really good image of me in my backyard with a much more black, darker UFO flying overhead really slow. And I got a good look at it, and I was hyper aware. I wasn't dreaming, so I had some good visions last night of UFOs.
So the aliens are just cruising by, checking up on Mike.
Yeah, they're seeing what I'm doing, making sure I'm watching Friends.
All right, awesome. You are in UFO country, so I am. Some more.
Well, thank you for your call, Rob. We're going to move on and see if anybody else wants to call in.
All right, awesome. All right. Just blow me up and see you later.
All right, bye.
Have a great weekend, man.
Thanks for caring about people.
Yeah,
I like that one.
All right,
where'd you find the thanks for caring about people?
That's Wilford Brimley talking about diabetes.
Oh, that's great.
Classic stuff. Classic stuff.
Yeah, that's really good.
Classic stuff. I'll leave the phone lines wide open. We have about 15 minutes to go, and we will be getting out of here very soon.
If you want to join the Slack or Discord, give us an email at ourbigdumbmouth@gmail.com. Check out obdmpod.com for all the social media and donation links. Be a part of the magic.